Salutations, my Legion of Doom. I am the Hollow's Eve admirer, the Brainstormer of pop culture. Tonight, this lovely October night, and I shall regale you with my little whimsical, cutesy, and tribute story to my favorite holiday of the year. I present to you Hollowvill. Keep in mind I take inspiration from various things such as Halloween Town, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and a homage to much of Tim Burton's style. If I would define this lovely little story via genre descriptions, well, it's a family horror musical. Our tale follows the teenager known as Niles Hayne, a 16-year-old young man who looked down on the holiday known as Hallows' Eve. Even though not a decade earlier he jumped at joy and reveled in the month of October as he counted the days to celebrate this festive occasion. Only when on a walk through some of the neighborhoods he once trick-or-treated long ago does he meet a mysterious man who calls himself Jack L. Hollow and asks Niles if he'd like to have a bet with him. If Jack can reignite Niles' passion for the holiday before midnight, then Niles would have to celebrate from now on. But if Niles isn't convinced, then he is allowed to abandon all of what he deems at least silly, childish, and overall waste of time that is, in his mind at least, Halloween. So Jack L. Hollow takes Niles to a place called Hollowvill, a place of mischief, whimsy, and fun. Plus, to maybe help Jack L. Hollow in the bet, they are having their annual parade of spooks. Only when meeting the mysterious Fay Rose does he even consider. But he's still not convinced of the enjoyment of this holiday just yet. In order to even truly accept Halloween back into his life, he has to reconcile with why he started to hate the holiday, even though arguably he was Halloween's biggest fan. So now we'll talk a little bit about the characters. So the main character is Niles Hayne. In the story, he's both the antagonist and protagonist. For most of the film or story or whatever, he's adamant of not joining in the fun and festivities because he says he doesn't care for the holiday. It's for kids. This could be due in part that years ago that his parents divorced a week before the holiday, which was one of the only days that his family ever seemed truly happy. But now that he's shown the wonder of it again, he's reconsidering maybe he can let go of the past and stop blaming a holiday that brought him such joy. Jack L. Hollow is the mayor of Hollowvill and an avatar for the holiday Halloween. He's very much a free-spirited guy who, more often than not, is the trickster with a heart of gold. He seems to embody the whimsy and childish fun that comes with the holiday, and is dead set on getting Niles Hayne to love Halloween again. He's also stated that he's the brother-in-law to Death. Fay Rose is the owner of a little treats shop in the Hollowvill Square, known as Red Eats. She is a magnificent baker who's completely swamped during the Parade of Spooks, and enlists Niles Hayne's help in finishing up the orders and such. After she becomes his tour guide, showing him around, she shows him the fun of Halloween again. She's also a vampire, but a vegan as well, so she won't bite Niles if you're worried about that. I guess the theme is an oldie but a goodie, which is just because you grow up doesn't mean you have to abandon everything you loved as a child. Well, this was my first video on my Halloween special month, and in brightest day and darkest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Until next time, my Legion.